So good morning, everybody, and thank you very much, Carl, for the kind introduction. It's some kind of early bird special at this morning, and I'm really honored to participate in this Madrid MIT and Plus Vision Consortium event and support the consortium's effort to build productive collaborations that share knowledge and ultimately deliver innovations to Madrid and on a grander scale to the world. You made a joke regarding Princeton and Princeton University. Of course, it has to do with the zip code of Princeton, definitely. Well, this is a pretty old story. We started the operation in Princeton in 1977, so there's a long story behind it. And I will talk a little bit about these activities. When I was asked to serve as the industry keynote and to talk about the key trends impacting the healthcare sector, I felt really happy to come back to Europe and sharing both perspectives, the European perspective and the US perspective, for a couple of months now. I relocated October 1st to Princeton, New Jersey. It's a very difficult perspective out of the US, looking back to Europe at these times. And I think the US ambassador found excellent words describing the actual situation. Before I go to talk about innovation, I'd like to briefly set the stage about who Siemens is and its role as a leading player in healthcare as well as in the industry, infrastructure and cities, and energy sectors. Siemens is an integrated technology company with global business activities in energy, industry, infrastructure and cities, and healthcare. Innovations are one of the most important pillars of our business success. We maintain a high level of R&D expenditures, developing new key technologies and bringing cutting-edge innovations to the market. And we've been very sustainable doing this. And this year in October, we are going to celebrate our 165th anniversary. And this is the reason why we call our company very often one of the, well, at least the biggest, oldest company around the globe. There are some companies that are bigger, there are some companies that are older, but if you combine the two perspectives, this is definitely the biggest, oldest. Our patent portfolio comprises 58,000 patents worldwide. In patent applications, we are now number 3 in Germany, and for the first time in our history, number 1 in Europe. In patents granted, we've advanced to number 9 in the US, which is the first time we've been in the top 10 there since 2005. Our approach to innovation, and that's what we are talking about, happens both within the Siemens sectors and its central research and development teams. We have a global organization we refer to as Corporate Technology, which is the organization I represent in the US. Corporate Technology accomplishes 3 missions in order to increase the competitiveness of Siemens. And you heard about this yesterday already. There is no company without a mission and a vision. No chance. The first is to secure the technological and innovation base of Siemens, secure where we are today. The second focuses on securing the technological and innovation future of Siemens, where we want to be tomorrow. While the third and final mission is to support Siemens as an integrated technology company. Operating in 4 sectors, there are a couple of technologies that can be used across all these sectors. And this is the only reason why we have a central approach with this corporate technology unit in place. This global organization is composed of more than 2,000 scientists, engineers, and technology consultants located in technology hotspots around the globe, such as Germany, Russia, India, China, Japan, and the United States. This team is our nucleus for researching and developing technologies and processes that support Siemens business units mid to long term. All the short-term development activities are mainly done inside the sectors, divisions, and business units of Siemens. At Siemens, we recognize that internal and external collaboration is essential to unlocking the knowledge that drives new ideas. And we believe that working together in collaborative teams is a crucial approach for addressing the problems we as a society are facing. We maximize the benefits of funding and collaborating with top university researchers within MIT, as well as many other institutions around the world, to conduct breakthrough research and innovation. In fact, MIT was selected as Siemens' first CKI university. I will expand on this in just a bit. We align our technology capabilities with areas of government interest and funding, including projects in the United States, for example, with the Navy, Army, NASA, and the National Institute of Health grants. And we are active members of standardization committees at an early stage of development, crucial for successful commercialization of new technologies. Siemens serves as a technology greenhouse, where new ideas are nurtured and existing technologies and business processes are enhanced. As a result, our partners have been able to harvest and harness these innovations to improve their business, provide strong and long-lasting benefits. I'd like to take a moment to talk specifically about University and Research Cooperation Program, which provides the framework for our collaboration with top-tier universities. At any given time, Siemens University and Research Cooperation Program collaborates with dozens of universities across the globe. It serves as a corporate service provider and facilitator for our business units, giving them global access to academia. The way we do this by creating a network of strategic partners we call Center of Knowledge Interchange Universities, CKI universities, such as MIT and, for example, the Technische Universität Berlin, and ambassador universities like the University of Tokyo, for example. Once identified, we initiate strategic focus on flagship topics and advise on the most suitable collaboration model that should be followed. And we store an up-to-date overview of all university activities within a central database. Garbage in, garbage out. Databases are a challenging topic, bringing all the people in Siemens together. You've been reading this, 360,000 employees at the moment, including the ongoing operations that are planned for an IPO. This is at the moment 408,000 employees worldwide. To keep this database up to date is really challenging. Now I would like to focus on the healthcare sector specifically. Healthcare is an exciting business, and it's a challenging one too in these days. But the type of healthcare we can see happening in top-notch universities around the globe and here in Spain is not the only type of healthcare that is offered throughout the world. Today we find healthcare happening more and more in environments in India, like the one seen here. This is the kind of healthcare that is attributable to 6 billion people worldwide. I think it is obvious to everyone that the equipment you need to put into this bus is different than the type you would put in a typical hospital setting. And while this is not a huge market, it is a market that is becoming more commonplace in our emerging markets. Megatrends shape our future, and these megatrends will have an impact on all humanity and leave their mark on global developments. As a result, organizations such as Siemens have aligned its strategy and business activities with the key trends that will impact healthcare. We see an ongoing momentum building in the healthcare arena. One key trend impacting healthcare is the ongoing technological and medical progress. That means the readiness for innovation. In the developed markets, it doesn't only mean product innovation, but process innovation too. A good example of process innovation in developed markets is witnessed in the workflow that takes place for stroke patients. The majority of you in this room probably know if you have a stroke, you have a certain window of time for treatment. What you need to diagnose a stroke is imaging equipment, homeostasis, and the very sophisticated healthcare IT. Organizations such as Siemens Healthcare Consulting offer services such as Act on Stroke that assesses a hospital's operations and clinical processes and provides recommendations on its weaknesses. This new approach is specifically designed for process improvement in stroke treatment. Innovation in technology helps the emerging markets find ways to take advantage of imaging opportunities too. Our Imaging India program, for example, strives to address clinicians' needs through the development of imaging solutions. They identify workflow modifications and algorithmic solutions specific to emerging markets while providing their co-located corporate technology software development center with an expert understanding of algorithms to support product development. Another key trend impacting healthcare is the aging society and our shrinking workforce. The world's population continues to grow rapidly and it continues to get older. It is estimated that by the year 2050, the world's population will reach about 9 billion. Low birth rates combined with longer life expectancy worldwide lead to aging societies. The world's fastest growing population segment is the 60 and over age group. Above all, aging societies place greater demands on medical services. The cost of healthcare is rising substantially worldwide. To establish effective healthcare systems over the long term and to make healthcare affordable for everyone, we need technological innovations that improve the quality of medical care and simultaneously help save money. This will allow more people to lead healthy, high-quality lives far into old age. A good example is the need for proper diagnosis of chronic diseases. There is a need for more accurate and cost-effective diagnostic screening tools as our population grows and ages. After all, the 60 and older segment is more prone to developing chronic diseases. The last thing I want to point out on this slide, as you would expect, the life expectancy is different around the world. However, it is converging. All extrapolations say that by 2050, the life expectancy in China, the US, and Spain will be in the mid-80s. The emerging countries too will experience the aging population, only it will be delayed. We also see an increasing demand for healthcare in rural areas. As the graph here shows, there is a strong demand in emerging economies to invest more in healthcare, while in the developed countries, there is a strong desire to reduce costs. So it looks like we will have sustainable healthcare in the lower right portion of this graph. What does this mean? In the developed countries, it means that more and more services will go into the point of care, where the dry-aging of the patient takes place before moving into highly specialized hospitals. In emerging countries, it means that this infrastructure is just beginning to develop. Another key trend lies in patient cost and quality consciousness. Patients are becoming more involved in their own treatment decisions. Looking at this graph, you can see the growing number of people in the US alone who are searching the web for medical information. In fact, in 2010, there were 175 million. This gives you an indication of the growing of number of patients who are becoming more involved in their own treatment decisions. This all leads to an emergence of shared decision-making between patients and healthcare professionals. What are the Siemens answers? Siemens Healthcare is the first integrated healthcare company bringing together imaging and lab diagnostics, therapy, and healthcare information technology solutions, supplemented by consulting and support services. Its solutions help answer some of the world's toughest questions confronting the healthcare industry in both the developed and the emerging markets. What you will see in a moment is a Biograph MMR. It is the first and only system on the market that simultaneously performs whole-body MR and PET scans, allowing users in developed markets to generate the location, function, and metabolic activity of our organs in a single image, and as I mentioned earlier, at the same time. So please start the video one.
Are you still sleeping?
I just wanted to check and make sure that we were on schedule.
The first technology of its kind
Mom and Dad, I have great news.
is now providing answers families need. Siemens Answers.
The accuracy of diagnosis may be improved and disease may be detected earlier, creating better outcomes for patients. In emerging markets such as Russia, Siemens Healthcare is actively engaged in the National Modernization Program. Federal centers of high medical technologies as well as rural hospitals benefit from high-tech technologies and affordable solutions in the whole territory of Russia. So just to give you an impression, take a look at the second video and compare this, what's happening in Russia. This is the original Russian video, just with an English translation of the text, and compare this to the American situation. Video number 2, please.
In our fast-changing world, population growth is quickly overtaking available resources. Siemens has the answers with sustainable offers that are ready for specific markets right now. Healthcare. How can we make the operation of medical institutions more accurate and efficient to improve performance? Medical technology. Information technology. Infrastructure. Service. Siemens provides market-specific solutions for the healthcare sector. Siemens is in a unique position to bring together products and solutions to provide sustainable and appropriate offers for each one of many different markets. Siemens answers.
So in summary, all of these key trends impacting healthcare leads us to believe things are going to change, both in developed markets as well as emerging ones. This change won't be rapid, but it will be continuous. It will move from what's wrong with the patient to go what's going to help the patient. In emerging markets, we realize we will see new competitors enter the healthcare arena, and there will be a high demand for value products. At Siemens, we see applying innovation as the way to devise the right solutions for the changing healthcare environment. We need to work together to devise these solutions through proper planning, open innovation, collaboration, and the intelligent application of technology. So, thank you for listening. I hope to have the opportunity to answer some of your questions, and as well, I will be available the whole day until tonight, so don't hesitate to contact me if there are any questions left. Thank you very much.
In your various collaborating universities, to push that type of approach for developing technologies that are really suited to the particular population. Because my own feeling is the more you do that is the more we will get breakthrough type innovation that will benefit also the developed world. Is there an opportunity for you to do that in a broader type collaboration?
Okay. This is already in place. So if we could go back to the slide with the global map regarding all the corporate technology locations, please, across the globe. We have a lot of activity going on in China and India. Depending on our history, we call ourselves a global company with more than 190 locations around the globe in the different countries. There is still some center of gravity in Germany, of course. The US is the second largest CT operations around the globe, and then we have already India and China in place. And due to the fact that we are reorganizing our corporate technology in the meantime, and we will start the new setup July 1st, so in less than 4 weeks left, the new technology fields, for example, imaging, will be headquartered out of the US, but we have research groups in all the other locations as well. So the important thing is, again, how to bring the people together in the right structure. And we have a lot of insights that we can collect out of India, out of China, having local people in place. I'm some kind of exception because usually we do not send delegates around the globe to live in other countries. It doesn't make sense. We have people coming out of the country, being located in the country, and also leading the operation in these countries. So we have a lot of insights already in place. And there's I think an excellent strategy in place too, how to deal with the different demands and activities in these countries. Because on the one hand side, we want to be there. We want to be part of the country, of the development of the country, and this is important to have the local operation. On the other side, we have a huge installed base around the globe that we do not want to damage. So how to find the right balance between the new solutions for the emerging markets at the moment that are affordable in these regions without reducing the high-tech impact on newest technologies. So for example, we had this in the past, and Siemens is not the only company that's facing this challenge. Re-importing devices from India to Europe has been done. It has occurred. But does it make sense? So it is also a challenge regarding the overall operation if you're active in a lot of countries, how to deal with this challenge, having the high-end machines in the developed regions and the affordable solutions for the rural regions around the globe. Does this answer your question, Frank? Thank you.
Hi, Kurt. Thanks for your address. I'm Peter Bryan from the IE Business School here in Madrid. A follow-up question to the earlier questions. Looking at your map and hearing your talk, we're thinking about developing the ecosystem. And it sounds like it's both local and it's global, and it's got a number of different dimensions, this ecosystem. But I guess locality matters. So how does Siemens identify ecosystems where you want to play? How do you seek to participate in them?
Okay. For me, this is always a question of sustainability, and all the leaders that we have in the company are only active for a couple of years in this position. So the challenge is how to develop infrastructures and ecosystems regarding collaboration that will be long-lasting. Operating a company for more than 165 years is not that easy. And 2.5 weeks ago, we could see that the market capitalization of Facebook was 25% higher than Siemens. So let's talk about sustainability, values, and assets. So maybe that there is another challenge regarding the financial aspects too. So if we set up these collaborations, of course, there is the first step when you take over the new position, the new responsibility, look what's already there. The next step is, where do you want to go? Develop the strategy and update the strategy for the innovation on a regular basis. This means for us, for example, that we are going to introduce a completely new innovation process inside the company across all the sectors, divisions, and business units to align where we really want to focus on. And we have global leaders for the technology fields in place that will also be visible starting July 1st to the outside world. And there will only be 13 technology field leaders around the globe. So it is their task, depending on the technology field that they're responsible for, to identify the right and best fitting partners executing their strategy. This means internal staff, own colleagues that we are going to hire, open innovation frameworks that we are going to establish, and also setting up the different research groups in the different parts of the world. Fortunately, all these innovation and information technologies that we have available today, it is not necessary to travel all the time. When I compare this to 25 years ago, not having this only in some universities available at that time, it was more challenging to bring people together. Now it's much easier. But again, going back to the question, try to be attractive, try to find the first partners, and this is developing step by step. And the strategy has never been changed overnight. It is, for our understanding, a long-lasting strategy that's in place. But I'm not going to talk about the core elements of the strategy, obviously. Too many competitors sitting in the room.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.